New practical JavaScript features available in 2023. A few features that can be used in many cases at this point. I will provide examples and the current support. The first example is optional chaining. This is an example on MDN. And you can check if a property of an object exists, then go deeper and access the name. I had a recent project where I needed to check if a certain element exists in the DOM, and if it exists, then get a property, an attribute. So you can say this element query selector, if it has the element A, if it has this element, then get an attribute. So the A element doesn't exist, it's null, and our L attribute should return undefined without throwing an error. But now if I add the element, now if I do it again, but change so I can get new values, now we have the element, we should see the attribute. I'll do it again because here I forgot to specify L2. So now you can see the attribute, and you can use it in various cases, but it's very useful so you avoid errors. The next example, numeric separators. So if the number is large, you can now separate it with underlines. And here's an example of MDN. Let's say number equals this value, and you can check the type of number, it's number. And you can do any regular operations that you can do with a number. And you see everything works fine. So just a simpler representation of numbers. The next one is async await. Many of you might be familiar with it, and it's super useful. It helped me avoid third-party applications, third-party plugins like Axios and jQuery. Let's see on the example of MDN. This is shown an example of async await with a promise that creates a timeout. Actually, async await with fetch would be a great example, so let me edit this. Because fetch uses a promise-based API, you can use directly async await with fetch. And let me show you an example with fetch, async, and async await. This is the page on MDN about fetch API. Let's create a synchronous function. And we use fetch. It uses the default GET request, HTTP request, and it has a method which also needs to be used with await text, or you can use JSON. In here you can do your regular operations, which will be done after these requests, after this request and this operation. I can't use this resource as an example, so I'll use a page on MDN. Let's use this. And here's the text from the MDN, from the async page. And here, this is how the fetch API works with async await. I will post all these links from MDN in the description of the video. And now the last example from this video is array destructuring assignment. So you can create a copy of an old array just by using this without 1 and 2. Let me show you. Let me create an array of numbers. Now we can copy in another array just by typing this syntax. So you can do copies very easily, but if you're creating a new array with new values, and you know the values, you can append an array. And this is the output. Now let's see the support for these features. So for optional chaining, let's go at the bottom, the page where the support is specified. So it's very supported. Let's go on can I use. The support is very good. Now let's see numeric separators. Support very good. The fetch API, even better support. Let's see async await. Asynchronous functions, support very good. Support very good also for destructuring in arrays. I hope this feature were useful to you, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.